you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Oh my Lord, y'all, this show is not safe for work and it's not safe for the kids. Vanjie is here and we are putting on a show for y'all. Hi, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon. I am so excited to be here with you. I am so excited you're joining us on a Thursday. Hey, new friends. Hey, everybody out here who's watching maybe for the very first time. My name is Robert Bannon. If you're here, it means it's Thursday. It's our 162nd Thursday together. And I am so excited to have a great show for you tonight. The one and only Miss Vanjie herself is here on the Roundtable. And then Keeley Hazell is here, former model, actor, writer, Emmy nominee, and now author, is here to tell us all about her crazy experience in the UK and in Hollywood. Thanks for being here. Hi, friends. Hey, friend. Hey. I'm so happy to spend some time with you. If you missed the pre-show, it was messy. I gave some tea. I gave some celebrity tea, y'all. I sure did. Hi, Alyssa. How are you? Happy Thursday to you, too. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy that you're able to join us, Roundtable family, and our new friends that join us every single Thursday. If you're new to us, welcome and be here every Thursday live. The interviews may be taped, but I'm here live to chat with you and have you be a part of all of the fun and the fam that shows up here every Thursday. Are you ready for the hot take? This is in honor of Miss Vanjie herself.
It's smoking.
My mom has to answer this. I don't care. My mom is here, and she's going to answer this, even with the bad language. And my husband is here. And even with the bad language on this show, we're going to all answer. Today's question is, and I love it, and I thought of it all by myself. What would be your drag name? What would be your drag name? Vanjie's taken. If you had a drag name, what would it be? Let me know. Christine, Cat Daddies, new friends, people watching on Facebook and on YouTube right now, what would be your drag name? My mom loves my husband, and that's so cute. And I love that they love their in-laws. Like, oh, and here is my, speaking of drag, co-star, superstar, my baby, right? Diamond, say hello, girl. Say hi to Auntie A right here. Auntie A is here, and all of you are here. And we love you all for being here so much. Here's my week in review. It was fun. I think it was a good week. Let's do it. Well, you have a lot of people in here tonight. So thanks all of you for coming. I appreciate you all letting me know what your drag name is. Hey, A. Auntie A is here. My Aunt Fran is here. The family is here. So this week, I told Darius earlier this week that I was going to go back to work, but I have decided that I was going to be a housewife. And I showed him a picture of what my life would be as a housewife. And it was this. Because I think that's an accurate portrayal. You know, I would have a mop. I would have burnt food. I would be in that dress. And I probably would be smoking a cigarette stressed. And then I realized today when I tried to make a pork loin, and my mom's going to get all defensive because she takes, you know, she worries about me, that she's worried that I'm making fun of myself, but it's true. I burnt the Brussels sprout. Look, they were not inedible tonight. They were semi-edible if you are into carcinogens. If you like char, if you're somebody who says, you know what, for dinner, I would love a Brillo pad Brussels sprout, then I'm your person. So apparently he told me I better find another dream and go to work. That is true. So thank you. The Cat Daddies are here. They said they loved last week's content. The Old Time Movies guy was my favorite. He's got a podcast called Front Row Classic Podcast. And thank you. We're going to talk about what's up this week and all the fun stuff. Every single day you can check out the Roundtable on YouTube and on a podcast near you. So what did we do last week? Last week we had a lot of fun. We went back to school. I went back to school. I'm the teacher leader over at the Detroit Lions Academy. We had our first day. I ran PD over at Ford Field where the Lions play. There's my staff. And they gave us a good time. And it was very fun to be able to present. That is not usually where I have ever done before. I've never presented a PD first day. And I was really excited to be able to be there and at Ford Field. And Mike Melfa is here, and we want to know what Mike Melfa's drag name is going to be. And we're excited about it. And I've seen Adrian's, and I can't wait to see everybody's answer. What is your drag name? And the cat zaddies are here. Yes, they are. So we had PD and I'm back, and I set up my classroom yesterday, and we're ready and roaring to go. We're ready for a brand new, exciting school year. Last weekend, Darius and Amber over at Broadway in Detroit and cousin Deidre had a wild Saturday night. Darius told us he wasn't ready and up to coming, so I've met the ladies and we had a little dinner. And then all of a sudden, in comes Darius Wheeler in all his regalia. Surprise entrance for drag bingo and dinner. We went out. Here we are at drag bingo having a good old grand time. And shout out to Deidre for always serving and having fun with me. And shout out to the one and speaking of drag, Sabin is the queen of Detroit drag. We love her. She's a friend of Darius's. She's performed at Motor City Pride for many years, and she gave us a great time. I won my mug. I won a mug. The mug says, if I had a DICK for every bad decision I ever made, I would have a necklace of DICKs. Yes, Mike. You know, who let the straight people in this show? Mike, get out of this. Yes, you just make it up. Ask ChatGPT. Pick one. Be Lady Bunny. I don't know. That's taken. But yes, Mike, you make one up. You make one up funny. You make up a funny name. You know? I love it. Christine says Mama Judy says, hi. I think Mama Judy is a good drag name. You know, if you run the drag house, you know, you just come out. Now, welcome to the stage, Mama Judy. That's perfect. What's your drag name? So we had fun at the drag show, speaking of drag, tonight. And then the week, you know, what did we do? We did that. And I went out to the teacher store with the dean and Darius, and we went to the teacher store and we went to PF Chang's and we had a good old time. Took Diamond out and about in the street. You know, she loves the car now. She's always out and about. Here we are at the Michaels doing a return of things. So we had a good time. So I love the week was a good time, and I thank you all. Big week and coming up, and I'll tell you all about it in a few minutes, and then you'll hear about it next week with next week's show. Speaking of next week's show, it's time for the week in review. I don't know where the button is. Oh, shameless plug. That's what.
'Cause I'm shameless.
So, you know, every single day here on the Roundtable, there's a new episode that goes up on the Broadway Podcast Network, or also goes up. Look, my grandmother. Hi, Gram. How you doing? We love you. Mom running the to go. Yes, Diamond is always ready to go for sure. So, you know, this week on the Broadway Podcast Network, we're on Broadway Podcast Network, YouTube, Spotify. We're added to iHeart. We're on Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get your podcast, you could always go to robertbannon.com, and you can always also go to broadwaypodcastnetwork.com, or you could go to Robert M. Bannon on Instagram, and you can follow and like and share, and you can get all of our content. It's a little overwhelming. To keep up with us because we do a lot of interviews, but some highlights from last week, which, you know, the folks were just talking about. We did have the designer, I'm wearing his hat right here, David Lauderstein. He has Nasty Pig, which is his clothing line, and his memoir is now out. It was a great chat. We love talking to David. He sent us a whole bunch of clothes. We love him. We did have Nicole Bilder back. She was in Clueless and Bring It On, and she's in a show off Broadway. So if you missed that interview, it's also online, and you could check that out. We did have really funny Chanel Ali talking about growing up as an orphan. And yes, I did say to her, the word makes me upset. I wanted to give her a hug. And she was like, she was very funny and very sweet. She also has an off-Broadway show. Speaking of shows on Broadway, Mike, who's here, got a chance to check out Jeff Ross, Take a Banana for the Ride, which is playing at the Nederlander. He said it was not what you expect. It was funny. It was heartfelt. It was sad. It was Jeff Ross as you've never seen him before. And Mike, we thank to our friends at Vivacity for sending him tickets and sending his friend Eric out for a fun night. And yes, Darius sends love. I love this. Graham sending love from Motor City and the home of the Fox Theater, which me and my grandmother grew up watching every time we were together. The Sammy Davis Jr., Liza Minnelli, Frank Sinatra pay-per-view that took place at the Fox. It makes me think of her at home every time I drive down Woodward and I see it. Crazy to be here. after all of that. So lots of great chats. Also on Broadway World every Friday. If you didn't see it last week, the one and only Louis Ali Bouzgouzi. I say his name wrong all the time. He's starring in Hadestown. Our chat is really fun. He's an incredible artist. And then tomorrow, one of the stars of Hell's Kitchen, he plays Nuck in Hell's Kitchen. Philip Richardson is going to be here to talk about his new album and what it's like to jump in to Hell's Kitchen and play with Alicia Keys and Tank and Christopher Jackson and all of that. So the Roundtable is always coming in hot. And Mike says, yep, it was a good time. And he wore a big yellow suit, which is also what I'm getting Mike for his birthday this year, a big yellow suit. So he could ride the banana. That's a good drag name. Ride the banana. Did we run everyone out of the show yet? So this weekend is a special weekend for the Roundtable on YouTube and etc. It is a Detroit weekend. We're going to highlight some of my favorite voices since I've moved here. So don't miss Detroit weekend with celebrity chef John Kung, who is such a good time. He will be up on Saturday. He's Darius's buddy for a long time, and he's a superstar who has a lot of incredible. My mom has not given her drag name, by the way, and a lot of incredible success as a chef. And he has had pop-ups and restaurants and a cookbook, and he's a superstar. And he is on the show on Saturday. Sunday from HTV, Bargain Block, superstar Shay Hicks Whitfield, our buddy, our friend. We've gotten a little bit to know her, and we're really excited that she's going to be here with the new season of Bargain Block hitting HGTV. And then Coco, comedian super. You know, she's Auntie Maureen's sister, and she's Deidre's auntie, and now she's our auntie. Coco is been on Def Comedy Jam. She hosts a radio show here in Detroit. She's coming to Motor City Casino. So this weekend, as an addition to us on Thursday and every other day, check out Detroit Weekend here on the Roundtable with 3 incredible Detroit people laying down the fun. Oh, yes. We have all the people here on the Roundtable. We have shows upon shows. I did 8 interviews today. See, Cat Daddy say, oh my MG, I love him so much. He has an amazing R&B, and I've met him at the stage door for Hell's Kitchen. He's so nice, and he was the Tin Man in The Wiz. Yes. So make sure you check out Phil tomorrow over on Broadway World. It's a really good chat. He was in LA recording, I think. So also next week, you guys asked for it. Mike and Adrian's fault that the show is happening, and Christine is excited about it. Next Thursday before Labor Day, all aboard a Love Boat reunion, August 28th. That's the Love Boat. Yes, Ted. Don't say it wrong. Lange. Mike taught me. Ted Lange, Jill Whelan, and Ted McGinley all come in to talk about their experience on the incredible Love Boat and their brand new off-Broadway show, which reunites them for the first time in a while. Plus, they make a brand new announcement about podcasts and about a certain cruise line on the Roundtable. Fresh off the news press release, first place they announced it. And then the following week, yes, I told Adrian about it because she's a big fan. Dylan Mulvaney, the least problematic woman in the world, is here the week after Labor Day, making an exclusive chat about an off-Broadway show. You've heard about her. She's been in the news. She has been a superstar advocate, ally to the trans community. She's been a villain in the press to people who are against the LGBT community, and what's it been like for her. And now to tell her story on Broadway, off-Broadway, we will have Dylan here. Big month here. Oh my God, that's Fred Grandy, not Ted McGinley. Now I don't know who's in the show. Are they different? Mike. Boo. Are they both alive? Gee whiz. Darius says, love you, Graham. Thinking of you. We've been thinking about her all the time and keeping my Grams in our prayers. And Ted McGinley is from Shrinking. Fred Grandy is from the... I'm done with it. We're canceling this show. Let's keep it moving. Thank God for Mike. Thank God Mike tuned in. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh my God. Look, my favorite two things, I don't even care. They're here in Detroit. If you know anything about Detroit, if you go down Woodward, there's a city within the city, and it's called Highland Park. And it's not the world's favorite city. It's not Detroit, which is super fun and great, and cities and neighborhoods. And Highland Park needs a little love and support. And so I support it, and I go shopping there. And everyone makes fun of me for shopping there, but two of my favorite stores in the whole world are there. And as I was driving today with Diamond and we're trying to figure out what I was going to make my favorite thing in the world, and I don't care what anyone says, is the Dunkin' Donuts in Highland Park. Shout out to the people at the Dunkin' Donuts in the Highland Park. Their drive-thru was there. They love me. I get there. They know it's me when I pull up to get my large coffee with 3 sweet and low black. And I am obsessed with the Dunkin' Donuts, and right around the corner is the Aldi. And now that's not the Aldi there, but I love the Aldi. I love that I have to put a quarter in there. I love that they don't have bags. I love that they have weird food. I don't care if you don't like it. I love the Aldi and I love the Dunkin' Donuts. And in my dream, the Aldi and the Dunkin' Donuts are going to sponsor my show. And I'm going to love it. And I'm obsessed with it. And I don't care that you don't love it or if you do love it. I love Aldi and I love Dunkin' Donuts. And I am here to say, I shop at the Highland Park Aldi and Dunkin' Donuts, and I love it. Oh, God. Ted McGinley is from Married with Children and Shrinking. Ted McGinley was in Happy Days and Married with Children. Cat Daddy, stop laughing at me. Darius says the fact checkers are in the house. He's Technical Todd. And Christine says, oh, can't show you that. Good one. Mike still hasn't given an answer. Thank you, Alyssa. And even though you're in New Jersey, you would love my Aldi and my Dunkin' Donuts too. I don't need the fancy stores. Just give me a Dunkin' Donuts and an Aldi, and I'll live like a king. I get so passionate about it. No one's coming for me. Speaking of Detroit.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. What up, though?
So, I missed it. Oh, you did? Oh, I can't wait to see it. Mike's got a drag name. And my mom does too. I saw that. All right, gonna go back and look for it. My two things this weekend, if you're in Detroit this weekend, tomorrow night and Saturday night, we'll be there tomorrow night. Maxwell, the Serenade Tour with Marsha Ambrosius as the opening special guest, August 22nd and 23rd at the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater. It's my favorite place to see a show in Detroit. It's on the Detroit River. That's a terrible picture, so let's take that off. And if you want tickets, you can go to the aretha.org and get your tickets. There are still a few tickets left. The family and Darius and myself will be in the house tomorrow night singing the hits, A Night of Love. And then Saturday, my Detroit moment we will be at the Lions game this preseason, the last preseason game as the Lions take on the Texans. And I'll have pictures and all the info and all the fun of the game from Ford Field on Saturday. Go Lions. And we're excited to be in the house. So it will be a big weekend here in Detroit. All right. So wow. I was disappeared. They just literally kicked me out. They must know it's a dirty show coming up. A dirty show. Alyssa says we have both of them in less than a 5-mile radius. Oh, in New Jersey, there's a Dunkin' Donuts every block. There's a Dunkin' Donuts in everyone's house. You go to your garage, there's a Dunkin' Donuts. All right. So the answers to everyone's questions, starting from the top, is what are people's drag names? Adrian came up with hers first. Her drag name was Muffin Liberty. Not Muffin Liberty. All right, Muffin Liberty is a good drag name. My husband's drag name is Drag That Hoe. Mom, I swear he doesn't say that to me at the end of the night. He doesn't say, Robert, you get in this room right now. I'm going to drag that hoe. My mom says hers is Hot Mama. Yes, Hot Mama Rose. Hot Mama Rose. Yes, Hot Mama. Mike's. Wait, I saw Mike's now that we said it. And Mike's drag name is Baron Barnes. Baron Barnes. Baron Barnes is his drag name. Related to Ken Barnes. No, is his name Ken Barnes? What's the bad guy's name in Dallas? Oh my God. This show is so stupid. Why do you people watch this? And then Christine's is Sassy Shimmer. Yes, welcome to the stage, Sassy Shimmer. Boo, 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 boo. Cat Daddy say Anita Cummings. Anita Cummings. Okay. Gone in 60 seconds. Is this Mike's drag name too? Gone in 60. Cliff Barnes. Cliff Barnes. Cliff Barnes. Cliff Barnes. All right, here's one. Delightful. Beautiful. I love it. Delightful. Mine is Ivana Tinkle or apparently also Ted McGinley. Welcome to the stage, Ted McGinley. Well, speaking of I hate this show. Speaking of drag, one of the biggest superstars in drag who's going to come on here and cause hell on wheels. Oh, A said it is the first pet and street you grew up on. Mine would be Rocky Edwin, which sounds like a gay porn star. Rocky Edwin. Well, I warned you this show is going to be raunchy. I warned you that everyone is going to be a little raunchy. Vanjie's a little raunchy, and we're going to say some bad words. So this is your warning. Miss Vanjie is here. Oh, my God. And it was one of my favorite chats of all time. You're not going to want to miss it. You're going to want to see it. Here we go. You asked for her. I heard from so many people. We have the queens on, and they say, "Where is Miss Vanjie? Where is Miss Vanjie? Where is Miss Van? Miss Vanjie is here, and Miss Vanjie is on the road, and you need to get your ticket." I am obsessed. Is Vanjie tired of this? Do you get tired of it? Are you tired of me yelling Miss Vanjie at you on the bus stop, train, airport? Because all I want to do is say, Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie is here. She is here. I'm making her Roundtable debut, and we are so excited. Vanessa Vanjie, welcome to the show.
Hey, girl, when you was talking, I thought you was asking me. I'm like, huh?
You are my kind of crazy.
Listen, I'm the right kind of crazy.
That's why I love you.
Listen, I'm just Puerto Rican, honestly. All my friends that I grew up with, all my friends in Florida, this is how everybody's the same way as me. I just got lucky, honestly.
Boricua in the house.
That part. Arroz con gandules.
Okay. I like arroz con dules.
Okay, I don't know what the hell is that second part. Arroz con gandules, arroz con gandules. I don't know what you said.
I said it in that was the caucasity version.
Oh, the caucasity of it all, honey. The caucasity. You put raisins in your potato salad.
Yes, and maybe a little tuna fish sometimes. Don't judge me,
God,
Vanessa Vanjie. Vanessa Vanjie, do you get tired of people yelling it at you?
No, I love it. I mean, I embrace it. It's the thing that helped me get to where I'm at in my dreams and my career. So, baby, you can say I'm happy it's my name. Can you imagine I would have said something else and been hearing that shit all the time? But baby, call my name. Say my name.
Was it scary when it blew up? Like it became huge.
Yeah, I don't think it was scary. I think it's one of those things that you can't really process, and you're like, I don't know what happened, but it was. I mean, getting eliminated was scary. I think that's probably why I had just went into like a whole trance. But no, I love it.
Well,
I'm blessed.
And we're blessed to have you here. And I want to know why I have beef with the people over there, the lovely people at Voss, your manager who was just on the screen before you. Yeah. I want a pair of Vanjie socks. Those look good. Those are
socks, honey. We tired of seeing them hooves. Put you some socks on, everybody. Go to VanjieVanjie.com. Get you a pair of socks. Buy you some merch. Support a queen. Fucking queen. Live with a queen.
It costs a lot of money to get your outfits done and your hair and beat down. And
it do. I mean, at this level, hell, we're doing it at the Beyonce and them level.
Go to Vanessa.
Vanessa
Vanjie on Instagram if you're one of the 4 people in the world who's not following, and make sure that you are there. And then go to vossevents.com so you can see the tour. So what I hear about the tour, the dates, they're all There's a million dates. You're in it till September something because you're booked and busy. You're very busy.
And I'm just listening to you and agreeing because I'm like, am I? Okay, fierce.
You're busy. And you'll be in New York City on the rooftop in a big old fancy show. You got shows in DC and all across the Boston. Get your tickets. And you have some amazing.
Right, get your tickets because I don't want to hear nobody on Instagram talk about I didn't get a chance to see you. Baby, we done been around the world and and I can't find my baby. So if you're not at the show, I don't want to hear it.
Can I just
like, I didn't get to see you. Baby, we all over the Instagram. Where the fuck you at?
I want to talk to you every day. Can you just call me in the morning and just give me my wake up? Because you give me joy.
I'm like a parakeet. I'm like that bird from Aladdin, Iago.
So it's you, it's Jada Essence Hall, it's Jimbo, it's Kim, it's Diabetes, it's Georges. You're all queens. Like you're all diva queens award show.
This is money well spent. This is a great cast. Look at that. Look at the photo. I mean, baby. Let's just have a moment of silence. Ain't it fierce? I mean, the proof is in the pudding. It's there.
The proof is in the pudding, and y'all gonna come out here and you dance your ass off.
We working for our little money, honey. You know, we put on a show. You don't get away with no Macarena out here. And then on top of that, when we doing celebrities, you can't. You know, we have to put our best foot forward. It's just the way it is, and everybody wants. All the girls in the cast want to put on an amazing show. So everyone's pushing themselves. We don't care what celebrity is we impersonating whoever we're doing. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a Super Bowl every person.
Every show. I feel attacked because the only dance I know is the Macarena. So
that's why we're doing what we're supposed to do, and that's why there's room for everybody. Clock that tea.
Clock that tea. Oh, I learned about that.
Yes, mama. We're here to educate the kids. Clock the tea. Well, the kids are teaching us these days.
So this is you.
Look at me. Ooh, let's have another beach pussy. And then look at Philip, the choreographer by Good Judy. Boom boom cat for her life. Just smiling like she is living her best little gay life. Look at us.
I like the boots. I'm here for the
Hello?
boots.
You know Rihanna live a good old thigh boot.
Where do you get your clothes?
Everything is customized. I know I make it look like it's from the store, but that's the talent, making you look like the around the way girl. But everything's custom. I got to work with an amazing designer. His name is Vaughn. He's in LA. He's somebody that I've been working with since season 10 when I was a little old tadpole. He was one of the first people that reached out to me and said, I don't care how crazy and busted you look when you got home. Say home. I want to work with you. It was an amazing thing. And now look at me. He's been a part of my journey ever since.
Not since you were a little tadpole.
I was a little tadpole in my little flowers. Yeah.
And now you grew your legs. And now
I got no legs or nothing, Jesus. Just a voice and just yelling.
Amen.
And that's the amazing thing. The show gives opportunities to tadpoles, frogs, cats, dogs, everybody.
So
I don't know how we got there, but we did.
This is my favorite interview of all time.
No, I can't.
So
I'm watching back. I'm like, what the fuck?
Beat down, looking gorgeous. Cover. You're a book. You are the cover of a book, Vanjie.
Right, and a book that is for everybody. You don't have to be able to read, baby. This book is for everyone. Just you need 2 eyes.
2 eyes. You don't need.
No, you can use one. And
one eye.
So pirates are included.
Shout out to Marco Ovando, who is a legendary photographer, takes pictures of everybody.
They
chose you. They chose your picture for the cover.
Yeah, Marco is somebody that I got to meet from being on Werq the World. He's a dear friend of mine. Somebody who's super talented, gets to work with all kinds of people, who's bumped shoulders, who's been a part of so many amazing things. So getting to be on the cover, girl, I don't be speechless, but I be gagged, honey.
So in all seriousness, growing up, when your story about finding drag and finding makeup, and is it as scary of a business as people make it to? Do you have to find your way in? Is it a sisterhood? Is it catty? Are there bitches out here?
I think with everything, there's always that. Well, regardless of what you're trying to do, you're trying to be a manager at a clothing store. It's gonna be a little bit everything everywhere you go. That's life. I think you just stay optimistic. When you love something, you're gonna do whatever it takes. And just keep faith and stay positive. I was lucky enough, fortunate enough to I feel like drag kind of just fell, I just landed in it. I knew I would be doing something. I didn't know what it was, but I just always kept faith and always was like, you know, I don't know, embracing the unknown and being faithful that life is gonna life. I don't know. I really didn't. I couldn't never. Clearly, I could barely put it in sentence. I don't know. I just felt like I got blessed enough to be on the show, and it's been, you know, I never would imagine I got to do all of it.
And when people come see Werq the World, you can get the VIP package and they can meet you and take a picture. And you must
get the book, you can get the merch, all exclusive to the tour. You get to kiki with us, chat with us. You get to see a show that's money well spent. This ain't no we're not pulling no Chuck E. Cheese show here. This is full on.
Background singers, lights,
background
production.
singers, candles going up, everybody flying high. Everybody's giving, you know, we're giving you like the Beyonce card going to the side. We giving it to you, full on.
Not the side, not.
So we are sideways here. yeah, iconic.
What is life like on the road? Are you on a bus? Are you on a plane? Like, are there just queens in a van somewhere?
Honey, queens on a bus, child. You know, it's a special experience.
Do you look forward to the bus? Like, do you go like?
Yeah, some of the girls sit out and kiki. Sometimes, you know, now that I'm getting a little old, I used to be always out in the bus and kikiing. I go to my little cremated my little park because it looks like little where you get cremated, you know. So I go in my little cremation bunk, lay down, go to sleep.
Good night. Not a cremation.
My little cremation spot.
Little cremation bunk. Then she arises from the dead, gets beat down, and does the show. So what is that? You have had music, you act, you tour all around the country. Is there something that you have not done that you want to do?
You know, I want to kind of like I did on All Star or when I was raising money for the ASPCA. I want to kind of do something with the animals. Outside, you know, I don't know what. I don't want to do like SeaWorld and abuse them, but I want to do something. So we got to figure that out.
I don't want you to be like the Tiger Queen, like Tiger King.
No. Well, I am from Florida, but not like that. Hey, kitty. That ain't me. But, you know, we for the animals, not trying to kill them.
Not that kind of Florida gay. You're different Florida gay.
I got the long hair too now. That you really tried it with that one,
huh? So while we're talking, everybody, make sure Vanessa Vanjie on Instagram. Get your tickets at bossofme.com. Get your tickets. Make sure you see the show. Which, in all seriousness, the world is crazy right now. The queer community, the trans community, the drag community has been under attack. What's it like when you see young people who come to you? They see you in the show. You represent them, especially of Hispanic Puerto Rican descent. You really represent something really special to them.
It's a blessing that we get to create a safe space and, you know, just be little beacons of hope, all of us, you know, and that's why, you know, we're all there for a reason. We're all our special individual person. So I think a lot of it is beyond us. And like, you know, in terms of like, we just need to be present and be, you know, because that's what we're trying to do is make it easier for each of us, for all of us. And so when I see the little young ones, it reminds me of like how special we get to, you know, what we do. And it keeps me inspired, it keeps me optimistic, it keeps me, you know, it keeps me grounded. And that's why I love what I do. And I always have a smile and I always never take nothing for granted because, you know, I'm blessed. And I get to, if I make somebody else's day special and better, then, you know, it makes it all worth it. Not for sure. And all the little ones, when they come to DragCon, honey, I'll be right there with tissues.
I know that's what happens. You're all gonna cry and kiki and share more. Yeah, because it means something. So you got to get your tickets. Go get a ticket.
And even if you don't, I get it. Go on, you know, but that's the power of social media and stuff. And we'll meet eventually if I haven't met whoever. But, you know. Yeah.
But you all have money to buy a pair of socks and a shirt.
Hello, get you some socks. I don't hear no bullshit now. Google got my ass. Give me some socks.
I'm done with this interview.
Right. Google got my ass. Get you some socks.
That is a good catchphrase now. Google got my ass.
Oh, just a walking machine of just yelling shit until it hits.
I'm obsessed and I love it. And I want more. We want more music, more drag, more Vanjie. Is it exhausting to put them? Be real. Do you get tired of putting on the face?
Not putting like getting in drag.
Yeah.
No, not really. Maybe shaving.
Oh.
You know, I'm going against the grain because, baby, I'm Puerto Rican. By 12 o'clock, it's like Cinderella. The carriage turns to the pumpkin. The rats are out. Everybody. So, baby, shaving. It's a countdown to lockdown, like Little Kim. And so that's the only part I get tired of. But also, I never want to get laser. So we just sit. We just, you know,
You sit,
we just
you
sit here and explain until I feel better.
Well, we're here for it. We're here for the full experience. We love your representation. We love what you do. I remember going to Titanic before it became a big thing, and they did a whole Vanjie bit at the show every night. People, it didn't matter if you were white, black, Spanish, Asian, gay, straight, men, women. Everyone knows this one right here. Everyone knows what you've done, and we're here for it.
Oh, I can't wait to get to a point when I'm, you know, older and I sit down and I'm like, I could finally take it all in. Right, like, God, my little crazy ass did it. Because I think I'm still in the, you know, just like trying to go day by day and smile and keep doing tap dancing and shit till my life, you know. So when I finally get to like process this and it finally hits, I'll let you know. I'll be like, yeah, like I was going crazy as a motherfucker.
You know, I have to be honest with you.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you go now. But I was talking to someone earlier who loves drag, and I said, you know, sometimes the queens are the tough interviews because they're very, they're not all the drag queens have been.
Well, some people don't want to talk, and I get that.
But you're my favorite drag queen of all time now.
You're so sweet.
You are fun.
That means, you know, when people tell me stuff like that, I'm like, oh, you just like a good time. You're a good time person.
You are a good time. You are my bag of crazy.
Hello? We got to. Because the world's going crazy. If you're not a little crazy, then bitch, you the problem. Because, honey.
You are the problem. Everybody, the book is coming out. The Dolls Volume 3. Make sure you get a copy. Everybody, go to bossevents.com. Get your tickets to see this.
Get you a book, because we know y'all bitches ain't reading. Y'all like to read each other. Open up a book, honey, and educate yourself on how we look sickening. No tea, all tea.
Bossevents.com and follow Vanessa Vanjie on Instagram. My show is your show anytime. I can't wait to see you out in these streets.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me on this platform. What is this going to be on YouTube?
YouTube, Broadway Podcast Network, Broadway World, Spotify, the fish market down the block, the
fish market,
the corner.
Give me the snapper. I want the red snapper.
Red, whatever you want, Miss Vanjie. You got it. Red snapper. Miss Vanjie. It's Vanjie, everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, just me on the flow.
Bye. Get off my show. Bye. What a mess. I told you we were going to be a mess. I told you she's a mess. If you're in New York City on the 28th, then you can go see Miss Vanjie on the rooftop at the Werq the World Tour at Pier something or other. And I need the socks. And Vanessa Vanjie is hilarious and would be a must to empty the bladder before a show with the constant laughter. Vanjie sock merch. Epic. Miss Vanjie, the one and only Miss Vanjie. I look forward to her coming back. What in the hell is this show? Speaking of this show, my friend Keeley, Mike told me about her. See, if you want to know about... No, I'm not going to joke. I was going to make a joke about Mike, but Mike told me that this next guest was a very big star in the book magazines like Maxim, FHM. Is that what it's called? And she was a model on the Daily Mail or Page Six or something. And she wrote a book called Everyone's Seen My Tots, but it's not. It's tits, but tots is what we're going to say, even though I just said it. Tits, tots, tater tots, tater tits. Tater tits is a good drag name. So that was apparently going to be my book title, but she took it. No one's seen mine. I keep those babies. Girl, get away from me. I'm married and I love my husband so much. He's so cute. He's cleaning the basement. So anyway, Keeley Hazell has a real serious book about her serious and take a peek at this. It's a special chat. And I was really honored that she agreed to come on and talk to us about this new project. Well, our next guest is somebody that I have loved reading about. I spent my summer in the Jersey Shore last week. Me and my husband were with my family. And you know, when you're with your family, you need a good excuse to step out of the room and do something so you don't have to talk to them. Well, I did it was take her book. And when I tell you her book is honest and a beautiful portrayal of growing up and life and show business and what it means to be a woman and redefining the ideas and thoughts that we've been disposed to believe. From the first paragraph, my little heart, the interviews and the work and the judgment and the joy and the good and the bad and the ugly that's in this book is something that you need to see. It is honest. It is funny. It is provocative. I mean, the title alone is You ever explain to your mom why you're reading a book called Everyone's Seen My Tits? I have. I sure have. Keeley Hazell is here, and we're so excited and honored that you're joining us here on the Roundtable. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. What an introduction.
Your
How
book,
did you explain that to your mother? I need to know.
I said, I'm grown now, Mom. I'm 40. I'm out of the closet, and I'm just getting to read whatever I want to read. No, I really did have a conversation about your book with my family, because I think your idea of feminism and your idea of what it means to be a woman in this business is so empowering. Congratulations on sharing your story.
Well, thank you. Thank you for reading it.
I need everybody to read it this August. Like, you all need to read the book and get a copy of the book. And we can follow you on Instagram, and you can get the book wherever the book is going to be sold. When did the idea you're a writer, you're an Emmy nominated writer about that. When did the idea come for you to write your story?
The idea of the book came about when I started writing when I was 22, and I would always joke that I would write a book, Would Everyone See My Tits? I had a career as a model and was frequently topless, most of the time topless. And so that was where the joke came from. And then I sort of put it on the back burner and thought, I don't know if I want to share stories from my life. And I wanted to get to a point where I made it as an actress. And then I was like, then I'm going to write this book. And then at some point, people kept saying, you really need to share these stories. And I wanted to explore sort of class and feminism. And I thought, actually, my backdrop is perfect for me to talk about these things, these issues, and also share these stories. Maybe someone will learn something or be entertained. And so here we are.
And here we are. And you're funny. I mean, there's very serious conversation, but you also handle some of the conversation that's hard, or you think it's going to be tough to talk about, but you do it in such a way that makes us feel like we're having a conversation with you. It's such a nice read, but with some real heart and substance. It's something everyone needs to check out.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was something I pitched it and sold it as the 90s Britpop song Common People by Pulp. And I said, I want the book to be entertaining. I want it to be funny, but I also want the words to have some sort of social commentary, but I don't want that to be the focal point. Like, I don't want this to be, very like heavy in a sense. And so I'm happy that I've achieved that.
Absolutely. So in the beginning of the book, when you start the book and you read the before you even get into your childhood and growing up and what life was like, you talk about the kind of stigma and judgment by people of men, women, people in general, about models, about what it means to be a woman, what it means to be in this business. Is it hard to wrap your head around the way people view things and the stereotype and the box that people put you in when they think you do one particular type of thing?
Yes, it's actually interesting you saying that, because obviously being American, I wonder, like, my career as a model doesn't really translate because you guys don't have you don't have page 3. It's such an alien concept, which it should be. And then growing up with it, you think it's normal. But actually, when you take a step back, you're like, hold up a second, wait, there is a woman topless in a national newspaper. This is crazy. But and to answer your question, yes, I think that it's difficult when people place anybody into boxes, and then especially women, and then growing up and being so young and kind of trying to figure out who I was as a person, and then having the world kind of tell me or or, you know, thrust their opinions of who they believed me to be upon me is difficult and kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's amazing, inspirational about the book is that, and I'm just getting to that part, the woman part of the book, is that you take this what could be something that is defining your life, and you fight against the stereotype and create a whole new and giant career and whole new level of, and your skill set expands and expands and grows. And congratulations on all of the work that you have done with your writing and with your acting. You are just a Renaissance woman out here on a mission. Let's go.
I love this. Robin, you talk to me in the morning. I feel like I
Yes.
want you to just be like my, you know, positive, kind of uplifting, inspirational voice that just comes out of my phone, because
Well,
this is fantastic.
it would be my honor, because I know that women everywhere and men, people everywhere that feel like they can overcome things or want to be taken in a different direction. This book is something that will inspire you. It will move you, that you are more than what people say you are. And I was very moved by that in my own life, reading your book. So what do people say when you say, I'm going to be a writer? I'm going to write sitcoms. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to be an actor now. I'm going to be taken differently. Was that a hard battle for you to fight?
Definitely. Somehow writing has not seemed as hard as acting, and I don't know why, but maybe because it came later. But acting, when I first thought about quitting modeling and going into acting, it was like the craziest thing I could do. I think firstly, anybody that says they want to be an actor, it's just like, hey, that's an incredibly difficult industry to break into. So already I think anybody would be wary of that. But because of my background and because of everything that I would have to overcome, it was like saying then I wanted to be an actor was just like laughable. It was like, what? You're never going to be taken seriously. Like, everybody has seen your tits. You're naked all over the internet. And so, which I think was partly the reason I wanted to do it, was because I knew it was going to be so challenging, and because I knew I had to fight against so much. And it's like, okay, actually, if I can fight against this, if I can, you know, prove these people wrong, then what kind of change does that have? Not only for me, but for like other people who also feel the same way, have also been pigeonholed, have also, you know, been stuck in boxes. So that was kind of the idea.
You did it. You did it. I mean, we've seen you on in movies and TV shows and on all the different things that you've had to be a part of. You've written now television shows. Millions and millions of people have heard your words, and you have transitioned. So what is it like now when you're an author and you write television and you're an actor, and now you have this platform where you're speaking about women's rights and what it means to be a feminist in 2025? Has it changed your writing? Has it changed the style and the things you want to write about?
Not necessarily. I
Mhm.
think for me, the things I want to write about are, you know, like I always say, like, I want to hold a mirror up to society. Like, that feels like that's what I want as my job. I like to see what's happening, and I want to write about what is around me and like what I'm observing. And then I also, you know, research heavily for anything to see, like, I want data, but also it's the world around. And so no, I don't think that's changed. I think it's always been the same. It's always just been a reflection of what is happening. And some people, you know, love to write science fiction and like create these fantasies. And for me, I'm just like, what happens in life is so great. I don't need to imagine anything else. It's like, this is already so amazing. Just, you know, I walk out the street in New York and something crazy could happen.
Yes.
And so that has always been just what has interested me and what I want to continue to write about.
Well, we're here for it. We want more. I want more books and more TV shows and movies, and I want you on screen, and I want you to, we're ready for you to just keep on out here and working. Was there parts of the book that were particularly hard or that you didn't necessarily want to include, that you kind of forced yourself to, things that were hard to revisit?
Yes, the relationship with my dad. That
Mhm.
was the one thing I was so hesitant about putting into the book, and the one relationship that I just was like, oh, I don't know how to accurately portray this because it's so nuanced and so complex. And I went back and forth like on the idea of including it, and I felt like it was necessary to show the blueprint of who I was and how I ended up in the relationships I ended up in, that I needed to portray my relationship with the like male figure in my life to understand the other relationships I've had with men. But that was the hardest thing, and it took me so long to write the chapter slash essay that's in there called Daddy Issues. It was months and months of like, how do I approach this? And then also knowing, you know, my dad is thankfully still with us, and knowing the backlash or whatever could happen by speaking about him and our relationship.
Well, it's very moving, and that whole section is moving. And what I love about the book is that there are these they're stories, and that there's something that you can pick up and read, and it's something that you can find humanity in all the chapters, no matter where you're from or what your experiences are. I think there's relatability about family and growing up and figuring out who you are and where you fit in the world, and you do it so well. When the book is out, and now people in your life have read it, and the world is about to read it in the next week or so. What is the feeling like as the author, that, you know, people are going to be able to pick this up at a bookstore and get it mailed? Amazon's going to show up at the door, and they're going to know these stories.
Yeah. I think, I mean, firstly, it's terrifying. It's terrifying, and it's so exciting. It's exciting to have something that I've been working on, you know, sitting at this desk alone for so long, to like finally come out into the world, and then terrifying. But I think there's something about writing that is like a separation in a way that works really well for me, because it's like, okay, I can tell you all the most intimate details because I'm just sitting here alone and I'm typing, and then it goes out into the world, and I'm not necessarily with the people when they read it. So then it's kind of theirs in some way.
Yes, I agree. Well, you should be really proud. I'm excited to share it with my friends, and I'm sharing it with all of you here. You got to get it right now, where it's available wherever books are sold. So make sure you order a copy and bring it home. When you transition from I don't know how to call it. I was going to say your UK life, but that's not true. When you transition from modeling, your UK life, when you transition from your modeling life to becoming an actor, you went to LA and went to Lee Strasberg, and you went and studied to be. And I did it at Meisner Conservatory in New York. At 32 years old, I said, I'm going to be an actor. And it takes a certain level of crazy fearlessness to decide that I'm going to go to acting school when I should probably be doing something else. What was that experience like for you?
I kind of want to know what that experience was like for you, because that sounds actually like it could open you up in so many ways.
It did. I was straight.
And change your life. You were like, I was straight, and then I went to acting school, and I realized
I'm gay now.
I'm not. Yeah.
And I have a beautiful black husband, and that's the rest of the story. Man.
Oh my God, I love that. That's incredible.
I discovered a part of me that I was afraid to express, and it allowed me to open up and learn in playing other characters, but you need to be comfortable with yourself to be able to do it. So I kind of really got in touch with some parts of me that I was always afraid to.
Oh, I love that. You haven't got to the part of the book yet, because you're just about to go into Woman, and I talk about going to Strasbourg. And I think that acting, like, I think everybody should go to an acting class, because really it's actually just getting in touch with who you are. And for me, at the age when I went, I was 22. And like I said previously, I really had no idea of who I was. I'd started modeling so young. And then I was like kind of at this age of figuring out. And I think acting was a way to process emotions and deal with things that had happened to me that I just had shut off from. I don't think I'd never cried growing up. It was like crying is a sign of weakness. And when I went to, Strasbourg, and we would sit, and it's method, and you sat in a chair, and I just would bawl my eyes out and cry. And so I think you're like unpacking everything. So it makes so much sense, actually, that you went and then figured out your kind of truth. I think that's what it does for people.
I agree. I tell people all the time, you got to go to acting. If you want to get in touch with yourself, go to acting school. It is. And then this business, in terms of television and film and the work that you've done, how has that experience been post the hustle and the grind of what we think show business looks like compared to what the reality has been for you?
I think The reality, I mean, the reality is tough. It's a really hard industry. And I don't feel like I've cracked it. I feel still like I'm hustling, like I'm always like just out there trying to like get things going. But I mean, it takes a lot out of you. And I think it takes an incredibly strong person to go through it unaffected.
Yeah.
I think it just has so much rejection, and it really isn't down to like you as an individual. It just is, there's so many other factors that go into the industry.
Well, I can't wait to read that section of the book as you navigating this. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish it today. That's my plan. When we're done, I am done. In my head, being American and being naive to I have this idea. Speak of stereotypes. I picture you with like a cup of tea and a lily in a vase with a little typewriter and birds on your windowsill in the most beautiful dress, writing this book. With I picture everyone from across the pond as so eloquent. What were you really like when you were writing this?
I love that. My mind now, there's this image of me being Kate Winslet in the holiday in my little cottage, and I'm just like, here I am with my tea and just writing and crying. And no, so I live in New York, but I wrote this book in between London, LA, New York, Joshua Tree, various other locations. I moved, I think it was like 7 times during the writing of this. And usually it's me sat where you're seeing me now. And I'm usually in my pajamas or wearing like a tank top and like some old shorts, some like boxer shorts, men's boxing shorts from old boyfriends I seem to collect, and eating snacks, and just like then being really frustrated and walking around the room, and then maybe making a cup of tea and forgetting that I've made it, and then remembering, oh my God, I made a cup of tea like 20 minutes ago, now it's cold. That's pretty much what it looks like.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like how you write a good book. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, sounds so romantic.
Who is this book for? Who do you hope reads the book, and what do you hope we take away from? What's the message that you hope the reader gets from reading it?
I think this book is for everyone. I think that anybody can there's so many, like the people who've read it, what they tell me they've taken from it is so different from my intent of writing it. And I think that's so wonderful that when anybody's work goes out into the world, it becomes the world. It becomes the person who's reading it. And I just hope people resonate and they are entertained and they think about the world in a different way, and that there's world peace from my book. That's it.
Again,
just this like really simple thing.
I think it's done, accomplished. I feel it after I've finished reading what I've read, so I can only imagine when I'm done. I need everybody out here to, you think but you have no idea the story, the growing up, what life's like, and the fight to be a part of this industry and to be taken seriously in this world. And I just hope, I was like, I can't believe she does any interviews after the first part of the book. I felt traumatized for you and the questions and the way people have reacted. You are so tough, and you're such an inspiration for people to keep on going and keep on fighting. And I take that from your book, and it will take it with me to keep on going and keep on fighting too. So thank you for sharing your story with us and being here. It means a lot to me.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This is wonderful.
Everyone's seen my tits. She stole my book title. That was what my memoir was going to be called. Stories and Reflections from an Unlikely Feminist is out. Go to Amazon or go wherever you get your books. Go to the bookstore, a local bookstore, wherever you find it. Go get a copy of the book. And we're going to follow you on Instagram to stay up to date. I can't wait to see what else you write, what other things you act in, and what's the next chapter of your story. It's been an honor to talk to you today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. There you go. What a roundtable for you. Thank you all. Yes, she's very deep and self-aware. Very, very smart. Amazing. Mike says she's got a great sense of humor, is very well spoken, and still easy on the eyes 2 decades later. She is right. I am not an actor, but I did 3 months of scene study, and I learned so much about myself. That's the truth. And Christine says this was an epic episode with Vanjie and Keeley Hazell. It was fun, messy, crazy, and inspirational, just as we all love. So next week, don't miss us. Ted McGinley will not be here next week. He will not be here, but Fred will be here, and it will be a Love Boat reunion. and so much more. See, A says John was excited to see her. See, the straight men know. Straight men know. Apparently, I was not looking at those kinds of magazines in my lifetime. Yvonne says you got to get the book. It's really great. It's a great book. It's a great read. It's really interesting about women and what women go through in society and what the world makes us feel and think about it all. I'm so grateful that you're here with us. Make sure you love on each other this weekend. I enjoy. A downloaded ChatGPT. Amen. Look at that. So now you'll know all about. She's come to the dark side. So much more is on the way. It is my fault. It's my fault. It is true. I don't know. I hate it, but I love it. I look forward to telling you about the first week of school. I look forward to telling you about Maxwell and the Lions. I look forward to you to having a great, amazing week. Enjoy the weekend. Check out the Roundtable all weekend long with some of Detroit's faves. And I look forward to seeing you right here on Thursday when we're live with the Love Boat reunion. I love you all for being here. There's more good than there is bad. There's more joy than there is sadness. And there's more love than there is hate. You just got to look for it. The best is yet to come. Thank you for being here. And I love you all. Thank you. From my house to yours. Have the most amazing week. Bye, everybody.